com. Laser expert, researcher, consultant, guide. That's how I'm known in the industry. Been in the industry a long time, worked with many different people. Been digging up research on all the leading experts, publishers of different research information, different laser companies, resellers, reps. I've been around. And I now work with one of the older distributors in the industry. And this video is selling this used Diowave 60 watt, which is about the strongest you can go. There is one other manufacturer doing a 70 watt diode out there, by the way. But basically, the two leading manufacturers are Dimed and Giga Wuhan Optronics, just so you know, as far as doing the higher tiers of power levels. That again, most manufacturers that produce for all the other lasers cannot touch in terms of the optronic quality in order to reach some of these higher power levels, continuous wave, 100% duty cycle. So we have a lot of used lasers. We do trade-ins. If you have a current laser that you're using, and if we like it, we can resell it for you. We do all kinds of things. We have tons of brand new lasers, all kinds of brands. Anyway, so this video, I'm just going to show you and walk through the interface on a Diowave 60 watt. Now this is their older model that is from Giga. Okay, now it's the same manufacturer as the Aspen laser systems. I'm going to just pop them up real quick here, just so you can see what I'm talking about. They obviously have designed a different casing, customized, which is actually kind of sharp looking. But the internal components pretty much the same, producing the same amount of power. Now Pinnacle, by the way, they do 30, 45, and 60 watt. Diowave will do the same. Giga basically has offered that 30, 45, 60 a long, long time. And of course they go lower, 10, 15, 20, 25, depending. But basically, I'm just pointing out here, and even if you get on the Diowave website, I actually don't have it pulled up, or I did, where did it go? Anyways, you'll see that they have slightly changed now the casing on the Diowave 30 watt, but here is their old one. So the casing has changed. The manufacturer has changed now to Dimed, okay, on the 30, 45, 60. There's a good reason. So if you want to know what that reason is, Diowave was using the same manufacturer, Giga, like Aspen, and even like USA Lasers, Nexus in the past, who no longer makes them. They were using the manufacturer a long, long time, but they've recently made changes in the last 2 years for a good reason, having to do with component quality. If you have any questions, reach out. Now, that component change, by the way, didn't affect all of the models, so there's a little bit to it. So for example, with this 60 watt Diowave, never had issues, ever. We never noticed anything. So previous Giga 60 watt, still great laser. And this laser, as I said in other videos, my other used laser videos, we work with a third-party laser assessment or engineer company that basically will take any used laser and test the full power output specs, every aspect, essentially. So we know that, and this is again a third-party paper you can get from us showing the test report, showing that this laser, you know, how many hours it is on there, what the output is, just basically the quality of where it's at. When you buy most used lasers, you really have no idea what you're getting. So that's why we partnered with this third-party company. So if you bought this laser, which would be at a significant discount compared to getting a new one, you know exactly what you're getting. And then so you can assess the value with what we're charging. And we still have a satisfaction guarantee. So if you say, oh my God, you know, this laser doesn't really work out well for my business, and chat with us about that. What really is encompassed in that satisfaction guarantee? We're the only ones that offer it. Just let us know. We never want you stuck and unsatisfied with a laser, whether it's new, used, no matter the brand that we sell. Here's the interface. I know I'm speaking fast. Hope you can keep up with me here. So you basically go in here to the mode. You can assess the frequency. You can assess which part of the body you're dealing with. Pretty simple. In that same kind of screen, you can also make custom protocols. And custom protocols for your, so you see that little screen there, the custom. And it's honestly just so straightforward that we do offer training, of course, but a lot of this you can just figure out on your own. It's such a good interface at this point. Giga, the manufacturer's been around a long time. Diowave's been around a long time. And that said, the interface on this, and software and a few other things have been upgraded. I think this one is about 8 years old, maybe something like that, 6 to 8 years old. And the current new Diowaves, let's just see if I can pull this up really quickly for you. Laser 30 watt is their current license. So if you're wondering, like, hey, I was checking out Aspen lasers, and that's one of their new ones. And then here is the other one's kind of rounded and curved, a little bit cool looking. They actually have some updates with the software on here and the interface and protocols, things like that, over the Aspen. So there are some new things to it. But if you want to know exactly, hey, this is great, you guys have a great price on this 60. And I did say, whoops, I did say here, what really are the exact differences with the new 60, which obviously will be a much higher price point. You just may find that not enough, depending on your budget, and again, this used may be just fine for you. But you saw with that quick walkthrough just how easy it is. Again, we're not going to let you loose with this type of power without some good training, and that is absolutely included even with the used. We want to make sure that you get ROI, okay? Not just therapeutic ROI, but business ROI. If you're not getting that ROI, you can send that laser back. Seriously, everybody, all of our clients, we need to ensure they have success, okay? We're not going to give you this laser, even if you pay us for it, without ensuring that you're successful with it. Because we also don't want it back, because that means you're not happy. That means it wasn't working out for you. We don't want to take it back, but we will, if need be. So we're the only ones in the industry, as I've said before, who do that, whether we're a dealer, sales rep, distributor. We do a lot of unusual things. So also, if you want to see, hey, guys, how does this use Diowave, this 60 watt? I'm assessing multi-radiance. This guy's saturated with me with a ton of marketing. Or I went to a Thor training, event. They do a lot of those things. Or I'm looking at the new K laser. How does that compare to that used Diowave? Or even the new Aspen? Or even the new Diowave? There's a lot of information here. Don't get confused. We can actually do apples to apples comparison. Some of these companies try to keep you in the dark so you can't make an apples to apples spec. That's why people like working with me and my distributor, Michael Berman, because we're actually going to break that down for you and then say, hey, here's the spec, here's the aspect, here's the component that is better suited for your kind of business applications, your therapy applications. I believe we're the only ones that walk people through that and cross compare. So it's as easy as getting on Compare Lasers or just dialing this number literally right now or in the YouTube description below. Say, hey, I'm looking for K laser, and then you want to put in their K cube or whatever the current one is, and we'll actually come back to you with custom tailored information and none of the sales reppy sort of stuff. Like if you called up K Laser and said, I'm treating frozen shoulder and these different sorts of things. Oh, well, sir, you need not only the most expensive K Laser, or ma'am, but, we're the best in the industry and here's why. Of course, they're going to try to sell you on their laser. And the reality is there are several drawbacks with the K laser. We even sell K laser, by the way. So that's why the point is we're very unbiased. If you're totally fixated on K laser and we can't talk you out of it, we'll sell you a K laser if you really want one, or a used one for that matter. In my personal opinion, by the way, because again, we're getting way off track here. I think a K laser is probably only worth pursuing if it's used, because gosh, in terms of the output power, the actual output power, when you can actually calculate that from this device, it's a lot less than you might think. And for that reason, it's grossly overpriced. And you can get a much better laser from either Giga, the manufacturer, or from Diomed, the manufacturer. Just a way better value, cost per watt. And again, sometimes used makes sense because we discount those pretty heavily. Sometimes, new makes, we discount those very heavily. Sometimes used, but we always are having month to month all kinds of different units. So even of these used videos that I'm putting up, we still have plenty more, and we're finally getting around to getting our used laser site up so you can just check running inventory. Anyways, please dial that number as you saw below in the description. We're on our website, healthhacksreview.com. If you have any questions, put it below in the YouTube description, or run my website. You can set a request, or again, you can dial that number directly, call my distributor, and we'd be happy to educate you in any way and tell you what is the latest and greatest and what kind of inventory we have. Thanks for watching.